I'm fascinated by what do you call the like people from like Wigan?
From Wigan.
Yeah, those type of people.
It depends how much you want to offend people from Wigan, I guess.
Well, I'm fascinated by them.
So I mean, I don't know if there's a thing for. I feel like Wigan, that there's a thing for like just people in like the north, I guess. It's like, well, it's just northern. I mean, there's things like
Scousers. Is that a different thing?
Oh, okay. So Scousers are from like Liverpool.
Okay, that's a little bit of a different thing.
Yeah, and then people from Newcastle are Geordies.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen Geordie Shore.
Yeah.
So there's like this whole, to me, it's all similar. Chavs, Scousers, and Geordies.
Chavs. Do you just think people from Wigan are Chavs?
Yeah, they're all sort of related to me. I know they're different, but
yeah.
What I was going to say is I want to channel that attitude. That's my goal in life.
You'd probably do well going to Wigan to achieve that, I think. A chav is just like, I think it's like the British version of a redneck, basically. I think I think that's the, it's I'm trying to think the best way. They're normally like on a street corner. When I think of chav, it's like someone on a street corner, like probably 15 years old, like smoking and drinking, shouting at old people.
Right.
That's my stereotypical kind of. Yeah. If you want to channel that, like.
That's my goal. I just want to be a Wigan chav.
You can.
That's all I ever wanted out of life.
Net worth 0 at 40 and Wigan chav is a good. Yeah. There's not much. I mean, I don't know what else you would even add to that bucket list. Like,
I watch a lot of Danny Dyer.
Yeah. He's more
Cockney.
Cockney.
Fucking hell.
He's more Cockney than he is. I wouldn't say he's not a chav.
They're all the same, but they're all the same to me because I'm a foreign. Like it's all just all the lower class versions of people from the UK to me are all the same.
There's definitely a common theme north to south of what was I going to say? He's more like Cockney kind of, or like governor kind of thing.
Right.
I'm always
seemed like a right nice geezer.
Yeah. But then you've got more like in Birmingham, you've got like your Peaky Blinders kind of. There's some pretty terrible. I don't know if you've seen Peaky Blinders. Some of the accents.
Yeah. I haven't watched it, but I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, I can only do like moments of, but like even if you go to, I think it's the Liverpool. It's very close to Manchester, really, especially compared to like the whole of the US. How far apart some of your like cities are, but they could sound pretty different. They don't really sound
because people from the UK I could hear you say like 5 words and like, oh, he's from like Wingham upon Stoke or whatever.
Google Maps just got very confused. Yeah. Well, where do you think I'm from?
I have no fucking clue. The only thing I can identify, the only British accent I can identify is, or maybe you're from there and I'm wrong. The only one I can kind of identify, which you sound like maybe sort of like, is I know a guy from Bath, and you sound a little bit like that.
Yeah, it's Bath. It's like they that's like West Country. So my parents live near that sort of. They're probably like 40 minutes from Bath.
Okay, so I wasn't all wrong.
Yeah, they all sound like pirates, and they talk like this. Yeah. Very like everywhere in the west of England, and also the east
from
of England.
Bath.
Yeah, Bath is more. You just sound like me there. You just sound like normal. I'm generic Southern accent is what I am.
Okay.
Like non-chav. Generic Southern accent.
Do you remember Monday.com? Do you know that company?
No.
They make like project management software. There was some YouTube ad with like this British girl in it. And I was looking at the comments and it was just everybody was like British people debating where she's from based on her accent.
Was she actually British or was she playing a British person?
Oh, she definitely was. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to say there's some pretty appalling. I didn't know. Do you watch The Boys?
No.
Oh, so like I
said, I have no hobbies or interests. So unless it's something I can watch with my wife, it doesn't exist.
Well, there's a character, like one of the main characters. I thought he was Australian for ages, but he's meant to be English. It's just he's just got the accent. I think he might be. I don't even know where he's from. Not England. If he's from England, that's appalling. I don't even know where. Yeah. So like in terms of obviously trying to get some sort of relevant. I don't know how to steer back from Britain to some sort of relevance of. It's interesting how different parts of Britain are, but I'm no expert. I've not even traveled. I've not even been to Scotland. So
it didn't. I was like, I learned like a year ago, and correct me if I'm wrong about this, because maybe I am, but that people consider like Irish and Scottish accents to be a version of like the British accent. I'm like, to me, they're two totally different things, but they're talking about the UK accents and that those being like related. Like, I don't think Irish people and Scottish people, well, they don't sound like each other either, but they don't sound anything like British people to me.
I agree. I don't think they're part of the same. I mean, but it's not as different as someone that's, say, from like Scandinavia and then they come to the UK and speak. You know, that's quite obviously a lot of people in Europe, when they learn English, they learn it with an American accent. Right. So Americans do not have an accent. You have an accent. Like if you look up the word car in the dictionary, it says CAR. It's not KA. Yeah, but
car.
Yeah, that's a northern. Yeah, and how? Yeah, but I suppose that's more like
car.
KAH.
There's an R. It's not KA. CAR.
Yeah, but then you guys say aluminum.
Well, but that's not an accent. That's just like different.
Yeah, but it's aluminium. It's an IUM at the end. So where are you getting from at the end without the E?
No, okay, we're wrong on that one. That's correct. I agree with you on that one.
1-1, yeah.
In football you want
terms.
A bottle of water?
Yeah, I mean that is one.
Like what is that? Where did all the R's go?
You missed the R. Bottle of water.
You want a bottle of water?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what other. There's lots of really dumb like town names in the UK, like really weird, especially actually near where my parents live. Like just really odd names. Although I suppose you guys, it's a big enough country. I'm sure there's some weird places. I got in trouble
Blue
once.
Balls, Pennsylvania.
Well, I remember I managed to rack up a bit of a phone bill because I prank called one of those like. Do you know, it was 118. It's a very British thing, but it's like a it used to be like what you'd call essentially before Google was a thing. You would call them and ask them to find you connect you with some sort of
411 here, same thing.
Probably, yeah. And I rang them up and asked them for like directions to Bell End or something. And it's a real place. It's actually really close to where I am right now.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's a legit place. Didn't even so the guy. But the funny thing was, I think I racked up like quite a lot of money because it's one of those paid phone calls. You can't just call them for free. You know, that's how they make their money. And then I was
trying to find the Bell End.
Well, there's a pub. There was a pub near where I used to live called the Cock Inn. That's pretty funny. So, Cock Inn and Bell End would be a good combination. Yeah, there's a lot of weird British places. But yeah, I could hear the guy on the end of the phone. I could hear people laughing in the background. So, but he didn't get it. I don't think he was English, so I don't think maybe he was aware of why that was so funny. So yeah, that was my. Yeah, I was trying to navigate this somehow into business, some sort of business. I was going to ask you about.
Well, I'll tell you why I am. People might be asking yourself, well, why are you watching videos about Wigan and Chavs and all these? Yeah,
you say you don't have time for things, and then you know all about this.
Well, this was years ago, for one, but also I watch this stuff with my wife because she likes geography. But a big part of the reason why I watch stuff like that is because I think there's so much to learn, or so much that you can, by studying other people that you don't know anything about and just getting exposed to other points of view and lifestyles and things like that. I think that's really valuable.